Okay, test, 1, 2, 3. Check, 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 check. Okay, it's coming up. We're coming live. Okay, good morning. It's Black Friday, day after Thanksgiving, November 28th. And I know it's early morning, but I did want to get some information out because yours truly is going to be hitting Denison Dam here this morning. We went yesterday and ended up living out with some small stripers, but hey, we're trying to do that Thai spicy catfish recipe, but we want to stripe bass. So, hey, you got to make do with what you can. All right. So, what I wanted to do was just get the word out because the Texas trout stocking schedule, winter trout stocking program, has kicked off. And like in past years, I have put together, I call it a fun with spreadsheets deal, where I take the schedule that is posted by Texas Parks and Wildlife and I make some adjustments to it, specifically just making it easier for the user to see what is scheduled for a given time period in stocking date order. So if you go onto the website, Texas Parks and Wildlife, they'll give you some information specifically looking at the city, the county, or the stocking location. And well, sometimes it's a little bit harder to figure out what is actually coming up for a given stocking. So what I did was, let me shift over here. I put this together, Texas Parks and Wildlife 2025-2026 trout stocking schedule, new alert. It's fun with spreadsheets. I put together this information so that you can review the information, and I post it on the Average Angler Life blog. It's now hosted by buymeacoffee.com. I was on Blogger for the old site, City of Allen Fishing Field Team, COAF Field Team. But I'm trying to kind of align everything to Average Angler Life. So I switched over to this format. Okay, so if you go to the link, and I believe I put it in the description, video description, it'll take you to this blog post. Okay, and yeah, I'll just read it to you real quick so you have an understanding of what I'm presenting specifically. So a slight delay again this year. So last year I had a slight delay when it came out. Actually, it was in December. It came out in November, but December is when I actually posted this. So instead of a whole month late, I'm a couple of weeks late. All right. Anyways, Texas Parks Wildlife kicked off this trout stocking season this month, and they posted this information. And when I went through the stocking schedule, I could see a couple of things to call out. So I put it here in this, I call it the PS right here. Let me see if I can blow it up a little bit for you right here. PS, Resoft Park Lake in Alvin and Spring Lake Park in Texarkana showed stockings for February 9 and I think it was January 9, sorry, and February 26. So those dates have already passed. So actually, wait a minute. This is wrong. February 25th. 26th. And let me fix that real quick. It's a good thing I can do this on the fly. So this is 1/9, and this was February 26, 25. Those were past dates, so that kind of threw me there. Okay, so there we go. Now it's updated. All right. And what it should allow you to do is if you click either here on this spot right here where the title is, or on the image itself, it'll take you to it's a flip book that is hosted online. Okay, so if you do that, you click on it, it'll take you to this particular location here. Okay, and this is, it's going to have ads and all that, and it's a flip book that allows you to kind of click here and it'll just flip through the schedule. Pretty cool, isn't it? I like it. I've used it before in the past, and I decided to just reuse it again just to make it easier for y'all to take a look at. All right, and let me just call out a couple of things. I'm going to put it in full page view or full screen mode. Okay, and let's see. I'll slide it back, and I'm just going to focus mainly on the recent dates right here. Okay, let me blow it up a little bit for you so you can see it. Okay, so right off the bat, I call off a couple of things here. Okay, so January 9. Actually, Spring Lake Park looks like it's good to go. Texarkana, February 26th. Oh no, 2025. That's right. That's what threw me. Okay, so things to call out in particular is right here. I'm noticing the couple of new places have popped up in here. Van Alstyne in Grayson County. That's a new place very close to us that is getting stocked here on December the 14th. Okay. And then local to yours truly is Alvin. It's going to get stocked December 4. Okay. And it's going to be at Main Pond C. Okay. And let me see if I can blow it up some more for you. Okay. I'll just bring it up a little bit more. Okay. All right. So right here, medical center south. No. Okay. November 25th to the 29th. 26. Okay, so the next stocking coming up is going to be November 29 in Blanco County, Blanco City. So that's going to be tomorrow. Okay. And then everything from the 25th to the 26th, they've already stocked. I did notice on the Texarkana Wildlife site that they had mentioned that there were a couple of locations that had their delays because of warm weather, but we do have a front coming in here in the next few, and temperatures are in the, at least here in North Texas and Dallas Fort Worth area, it's running about 40 some odd degrees in the morning, and then it'll kick up I think into the 60s. In fact, that's where yours truly is going to be heading out to Denison Dam this morning to go do a little fishing, and I think we're going to have some fun over there doing some more catching some trout and whatnot, not crushing stripers. Okay, but here we're talking the trout stocking program, and I wanted to call out that in local to our area, look at this. Flower Mound's going to get hit with some trout stockings December 3rd, and then let's see, the next one that I want to Allen on December 4th, so that's going to be Thursday, next Thursday. Yeah, next Thursday. So I'm maybe run down to the pond here and do a little fishing. And maybe if you guys see me, just do a little howdy. Let's see. Pottsboro up in Grayson County. That's December 2nd. That's just right up the road. Right on the way to heading up to Texoma. So I like hitting that area. And then going down to this one in Van Alstyne. I think it was the 14th December. Oh, it's not showing here yet. Okay, December 14th. Let me go ahead and flip the book so I can click this and it'll flip the page. Okay, and let me just kind of shift over in this new format. I kind of like it. It gives you a little flippy page thing. All right. Okay, so here again, looks like Rowlett, Dallas County is going to get stocked December 10th. So it looks like here in the Metroplex, there's going to be a lot of things happening in the near future, next couple of weeks, where you have an opportunity to do some trout stocking or fish some of these trout stockings. And I would say some of the key things to keep in mind is, if you're going to go fishing, power bait is typically the go-to one to use, be it power worms or power bait itself. I tend to use, instead of bait, I'll go with some ultralight lures, super dupers and whatnot. Let's see. Okay, hi. Oh, we got someone on. All right, howdy, howdy, being chilling. All right, cool. Um, let's see. The new one that kind of threw me from this year in Grayson County is this place called Hines Park Pond in Van Alstyne. It's getting 2,000 trout on December 14. Looking at the schedule, that's a Sunday, December 14th. Well, guess what? Usually, if it's on a Sunday, that means there's usually a hosted event on Saturday. So in this case, December 13th, I bet there's probably a trout derby being hosted by the city, especially since this is going to be the first one this year. So I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to look here online. Bear with me here real quick. I'm going to go to Van Alstyne, Texas, and then let's just say trout. Okay. And let's see. Okay, fish have arrived. East Texas, 355. So, oh no, they stocked last year also. Okay, that's cool. Let me see if there's a trout derby because the way I've noticed is, yeah, here we go. All right, bear with me. All right, I'm looking on my other screen here. Let's see, Saturday, June 7. Okay, there's something happening, but that's not the one. Let's go back. Okay, 2025 Bass Fishing Balance Trout Derby. No, it's throwing me. Let's go to Van Alstyne Parks and Recreation. Let's go to their actual site and see if they're going to call out this. Okay. All right, events. I'm just flipping through their site right now, and Van Alstyne is just right up the road from us here, so, in the city of Alvin. And let's see. I don't see an event schedule, but I would say if you have the opportunity to do a little fishing and you're looking through the schedule. A good rule of thumb is if you see a Sunday stocking date for these community lakes and ponds, there is usually a trout derby on the Saturday. They don't really stock on Sunday. They'll probably stock on the Saturday, if not the Friday before. They do that consistently in Grayson County at Waterloo Park Pond. In fact, let's go to Waterloo real quick and see if we can flip through there and see if that one will show up. Okay. All right. And the way this is sorted, it's by stocking date and then by stocking location. It has a total per stocking as well as number of stocking, and that's kind of an estimate. Sometimes they'll post online at the Texas Parks and Wildlife site the total stocking for the season, but then they'll also have multiple dates, and that is an aggregate or of all those dates, that total stocking number. So what I did was I just kind of divide by the number of stockings, and that gives you a rough idea how many trout are being stocked. And just calling out a few, let's just flip back over here and slide this over. Okay. You can see that, let's see, South Lakes Park Pond, that's in Denton, Texas, Denton County. That one's a tough one. I've caught trout there before, but you'll see that there's 300 only being stocked, and there's 8 stockings. So they're going to get a number of stockings, but they're only going to stock 300 each stocking. And if you've ever been to South Lakes Park Pond, it's a fairly large size pond for just 300 trout. So that's always a toughie to fish. The other one over here, Central Park Pond in College Station, my alma mater, Texas A&M, go Aggies. Gig 'em. If you look at Central Park Pond, it's a very small pond, very small. They're only going to stock 224. Realistically, I can see you having a fun time. You get there this week and do a little fishing. It's very small. I mean, it's almost like little concrete pond deal. Not very big at all. Let's see. It's bigger than the Waterloo, but definitely smaller than the South Lakes one. I've fished it before, and you certainly have some fun catching them there. But again, it's going to have multiple stockings, so you'll see in the schedule Central Park Pond listed multiple times. Okay. Let's see. Kind of going through here. Like Canyon Tail Race Guadalupe over there in New Braunfels, Comal County. It's getting its first stocking December 5th. Okay, so that's a Friday. It's going to get 10 stockings, and they're going to get like 1,800 plus trout released into the river. These are the stockers, not the holdover trout, but the stalker ones. If you do fish the Guadalupe, you'll, especially that Canyon Tail Race area, yeah, there's good opportunity to catch some fish there, especially if you hit some of these areas where you can have some public access still. If you look at, let's see, let me go look again here under Texas Parks and Wildlife. I think there are, okay, bear with me on my other screen here. Texas trout stocking schedule 2025. I'm going to flip through here real quick, and we'll go to Canyon Tail Race, and there should be some additional information that they're going to call out. Okay, Canyon Tail Race, Guadalupe River. All right, I'm going to look on the site, because if it's like in past years, it'll show some key information. Let's see more about fishing licenses here. Some how-to tips. Here we go. Guadalupe River. Okay. All right. If you look at the online Guadalupe River trout fishing, and it's showing December 6, 2024 to March 2, 2025. So this is still an old one. Pay attention to this, because they will have some free access to some locations on the river itself. Like in the past, they had 3 locations. Looks like this time it's only, or last year there was only 1 location that had free access. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, last year was just only 1. So maybe this year they'll have it. So do take a look at the schedule. When you go to, here, let me go ahead and shift this over to my other screen here. Okay. And escape out of that one. All right. And bear with me. I got to add it to this dealie here, I think. Actually, here, I'll just go ahead and put it into the search screen. Okay, here's Guadalupe River trout fishing. Okay, this is from last year. All right. December 6, 2024 to March 2, 2025. So pay attention here. Go look at this location, or this URL right here, and I'll put it in the chat right there. Okay, look here. If you're going to be fishing Guadalupe, and look for this to get updated, it'll give a call out as to where you can fish, free entry. So you can see here this map. There's one right here, Camp Waco Springs, in Guadalupe Park up here. Okay, there's that special zone here that you got to be very careful of, because there are some special limits there that you want to heed. And then here is the link to where I posted the article that gives you some key information. This is where I now host my blog post for Average Angler. All right, hey guys, mad trout fisherman from Australia. Awesome. How's it going? How's it going over there? Australia, cool. Okay, and then let me give you the URL for the sorted version of the trout stocking schedule. Okay, and this is the one that's in chronological order, broken out by each stocking location. So you have rainbow and brown trout. Guadalupe will have rainbow and brown trout. For the trout stockings, the community lakes that they do, it'll mainly be these little rainbow trout, stalker size, 9-inch. Maybe you'll get a 10, 12-inch one in the mix later in the season. But yeah, it's not your wild variety. However, there are some big ones that are located here in the Guadalupe. This is the southernmost fishery that we have here. I'm over here in North Texas, so I'm able to hit over here the Blue River in Oklahoma, as well as a couple of year-round fisheries just across the state that's within 2 hours, if not 3 to 4 hours away. 3 hours for the most part. Okay, and yeah, we're gonna have let's see, we're gonna have some drops in temperatures. See, do you get tiger trout news? I don't believe we do. I think it's rainbow and brown trout. I think I saw one of those videos online where some folks had been fishing for some of those, what you call the tiger trout, or this other big trout that sure would be fun to do a little fishy there. All right, okay. Let's see. Other things to call out. Definitely like the Guadalupe. It's a hybrid fish. All right, cool. All right. Cool thing about the Guadalupe is it does have holdover trout, as well as there's some additional trout stockings where they'll put some larger size trout. But if you're here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area where yours truly resides, your best bet for some larger trout is to go to the Blue River. That's within an easy day trip, hour 45 minutes from where I'm at here in the city of Alvin, and they will stock some larger size trout. This last round I've gone 3 times so far this season. Largest trout probably went about 16, 17 inch. Other than that, everything else was some nice size stalkers that they seem to put some larger size stalkers over there at the Blue in Oklahoma compared to here in Texas. But shifting over, I do have some upcoming video that I want to be able to show y'all. In fact, this is where we're going to be going today. Bear with me here. I need to shift over to another screen. Okay. And the plan is to hit our local tail race, Denison Dam. Okay. All right, let me just pause that here. Okay, I'm just going to flip through here. Okay, this is over here at Denison Dam in Texas, but I'm on the Oklahoma side. And plan there is I'm going to try hitting it again tomorrow or today before the rains hit. And we're kind of, just kind of playing it here. We weren't expecting a lot of fish to be caught, but we were hoping to get some keepers. And since there's no size limit and it's a 5-fish limit, and yours truly was in the cooking bug, I was looking to try getting some of these striped bass in there. My fishing buddy ended up getting a channel catfish, as well as a couple of, or some striped bass. You can see in this location here, they got some shad being worked in the shallows. Let me go and show you that one.
Wow. I don't know how I got that other one then.
I snagged one of these shad.
Oh, there we go.
Used them for bait.
There's another one. Oh, he got off. That one got away from me.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. All right. Okay, wait a minute. I don't think I'm showing you what I need to show you. Let me pop this open real quick and shift it over. Okay, right there. Okay, let me go ahead and run it.
There we go.
All right, this is where we'll be heading today.
Nice size shad, I'll tell you that.
Actually, this morning, and yeah, I caught this shad.
Fresh shad. well, put them here with the other one.
So I'll plan on doing another
Got a bunch of
restream,
bait,
live
but it was
stream,
frozen shad. So
live Q&A
nothing beats fresh shad.
later on this weekend probably.
Another one to hit.
But I'll probably combine
All right.
the videos from yesterday and today.
Nope, not that time.
And
There's another
probably
set.
open it up to some
there's a striped bass
questions
in
and
the mix of
answers
this
for
one.
those that may have
See if
some
I can
questions
convince them
about
to hit.
fishing and tail race up here at Denison Dam. It's on the border of Texas and Oklahoma.
Kind of popped it a little bit, but didn't take it. Okay. Oh,
Cool stuff.
I felt that one slip over,
So I'm
hon.
just going to flip over again and see if I can take it some of the action.
There was a bigger one that chased it earlier, and I'm trying to see if I can locate him again. Been kind of cruising. I see a little, like, shad one here over here on my right.
And it was a fast retrieve was what they were looking for. And you can see where I'm using my switch rod. I'm just yanking and cranking and
Little
getting
guy
it out
chased
there. And then
Looked
just
like a
doing
little
this fast
striper.
retrieve. They were lurking in the shallows, but they would kind of go to this one deep area
over
and
here.
jump back in.
Walk over here real quick. Some more shad.
And here, this is easily
Right
wadeable.
over
I
here
think
in this
today I'm
one
going to bring
cut.
my hip
See
waders.
if something's lurking
You
in
can see
here.
a bunch of these shad moving about.
Don't see the tail yet. Okay. Take it out this. Oh, I spooked one.
Yeah, that's certainly
Spooked 'em.
a fun time. And there weren't that many people
Oh,
there.
I had one. He tapped it. Tapped
And
it.
then right now the temperatures, let's see what the temps are. Looks like 42 degrees right now. So yesterday when we left the Casa, it was about 46 degrees. This round it was, well, it's going to be about probably
out
40
again.
something again this morning.
It's basically rinse and
In
repeat.
fact, I got my
Just get it out
thermals ready
there,
to go.
Get their
I
attention.
don't like the
and
cold weather.
short pull retrieves and have
So
them
yeah,
run
so
up on it.
you have the opportunity
back
for
over here.
some trout to be caught. And yeah, you have the opportunity for some trout to be caught. But yours truly is going to be shifting over some striped bass because, hey, I got the opportunity, might as well. All right. And this is all easily wadeable. They haven't generated here in the past, I think, week, and there's nothing scheduled to generate today. So that's why we're going to hit it again and see if maybe we can coax a fish or two to strike. Okay. It certainly was the, you know, what I needed to do to get him to strike. Cast it out, and it's fast pull retrieve.
You know you got him when you see that hump in the water come up. Yeah, there we go. There's one right on there.
Nice. So these are little. There's some bigger ones out there.
Definitely get a workout. But you know what's killing me is there's a bigger one in there in the mix as they're running by. I can see him. Whew, that was fun. That was certainly fun. Okay.
All right, let me see if I can jump over to another spot.
Get it out there.
This is back when I was on the rocks.
That ate that shad.
Oh, here we go.
It was right here. Deceiver that I picked up from Cabela's the other day. All right. I've also been getting them on that Denison Dam Limit Buster. Nothing on the clouser. That's what's throwing me. Nothing on the clouser. All right. Let's see if I can get something else. Stop recording. Okay. All right. Gonna take the switch rod and see if we can get something. We'll just let the video go and see what happens.
Tell you what, I do love catching striped bass on that switch rod. It's one of my favorite ways to catch them. Just I don't know if I'll get anything this round, or at least in this view. Uh, but you certainly seen that I was able to catch a few. This just gives you an idea of the flexibility you have with the switch rod. I'm pretty much just using it as a traditional uh, rod, except this is how I was able to fish when I hurt my shoulder.
Over there, wasn't it? Up close.
So what happens is I've got the rod butt tucked under my underarm,
That shad was right here.
and when I need to, I can kind of just use my body to cast. Okay, and it is,
Think so?
you know, easy enough or short enough that I can still fish it one-handed. But additionally, I can do two-handed casts as well as I can do that one cast where I tuck that rod butt under my arm, and I'm able to cast it out there for distance.
To the left?
Right here, and where I'm standing,
No, something just
it'll
rolled over here to the right.
it'll drop off fairly quickly because this is the boat ramp area. There's a sandbar that kind of sits right here,
Come on, Mr.
and then right all over here is a flats area that I was at earlier, showing you where I caught that little guy. Okay, and yeah, I have.
The
I
rod
have,
in the water, the rod tip.
and I have to admit that having that switch rod is made a difference fishing these larger waters. Okay. The other thing is I was using the lefty deceiver as well as I call it the Denison Dam Limit Buster. That seemed to be the go-to patterns when I was out here kayak fly fishing earlier in the year. But now that the temperatures have dropped, I kind of shift over to pretty much a cold weather water fishing.
I think over there.
And my buddy's using a floating jig rig, but he's actually fishing bait.
See if they're coming in close. Not seeing these guys. See some bad cast. Oh, over there. There's some feeding on the surface. Look. Way out there.
Yeah, so there were some striped bass just popping away on the surface. You could see them just kind of coming and going and working the area. We just needed to wait for them to come in closer to hook up with them.
Stop recording. All right, got another one over here on this sandbar. Cool beans on the lefty deceiver. Let's see if we can get it just past this sandbar where it's deeper. Mainly just got to get it past there and then just do these short pull retrieves and wait for the strike again.
So today I'm bringing my waders, so I may just kind of get in there and play around and see what happens.
Another one on the line.
And that fast retrieve was all they wanted. Didn't want it slow or a stop and go. It was just kind of just keep pulling that quickly. And you could actually see them little small schoolies just coming up behind it and kind of tagging at it or kind of following it in, not really dedicated to the strike or committing to the strike. But just past this area here where I'm casting, every once in a while I'll get a glimpse of a school going by, and I can kind of cast some deeper water and hook up with them. Okay. And right here is it's shallow, but then it'll drop off. That's a nice little hole that they seem to be kind of congregating and working their way around. But, oh yeah, it's fun stuff here. Okay, let me stop this real quick. Okay, so stay tuned. I'll be combining yesterday's trip along with today's trip and show you some of maybe the results of how we did at Denison Dam, the local tail race up here in the Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas area, bordering Texas, Oklahoma. All right. So with that, just want to appreciate you guys joining. If you're going to be fishing for some of the trout, definitely recommend power bait, power worms. If you're going to go with some lures, definitely go with some ultralight. Don't need to go with big lures. Don't go with the big heavy stuff. These aren't bruiser trout. They're not like the tiger trout that's being mentioned here. It is just Texas trout stocking season, and 9 to 10, maybe a 12-incher in the mix, but no bruisers that some of y'all may be used to. All right, stay tuned. And until next time, we'll catch y'all later, and good luck and good fishing.